Welcome, everyone, to the Quarter Twins podcast, Quarter Twins Weekly Review. The only podcast with one question. What the heck? I don't know. What are we talking about today? Thanks, man.
Great.
Thank you.
Good one.
Thank you, dude. Good question, I know.
What are tell me what we're talking about.
I got a list right here. We're talking about Ahsoka, One Piece, The Martian, The Nice Guys, El Gato, and The Beef.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The beef,
before we
is
get
the
any,
beef different than the show Beef?
Yes.
Or is
it
beef?
is not beef. It's the beef. And the beef is
I
between two people. And here we have one of them here
Oh.
today with us. Before we get any further, let us
Yeah,
introduce our guest today. We said 2 weeks ago that we were going to have a guest next week. And then we said something like, if it doesn't happen, then it means they chickened out or something. But we're too busy to record. So here we are now. Promises made, promises kept. We have a guest today. Introduce yourself, please.
My name is Banana.
This is Banana.
Anna.
She's here to talk about her favorite movies. It's so exciting and fun, and we're matching, and it's so cute, and we're adorable.
I'm curious what these hoodies are, because you've worn that hoodie many times.
Yes. Teddy Fresh.
Teddy Fresh.
Apparently,
What is that?
What? Sorry, Jordan, what did you say?
I said, what is that?
Oh, thanks, man. This is a brand online. They don't have a store. They make cool clothes, so I like their clothes, and I buy their clothes. This was on my Christmas list last year, and it was above the price limit on the Elfster that we use to mix up to do the Secret Santas and stuff.
Oh yes.
So I thought
Elfster.
no one's gonna buy it for me because it's above the price limit. So I bought it for myself. And then Christmas comes and goes, and I wear this one day, and my mom said, "Oh, I forgot to give you that, but you're wearing it." And then she pulled out one and said that she bought it for me for Christmas, but then she forgot to give it to me.
She forgot.
But then I showed up. But then I showed up one day, and I was wearing it. And she got mad at me for buying it, even though she got it for Christmas, but she forgot to give it to me. And then we forgot about the extra one. So this is the original.
Silly.
And this is the one that my mom bought me for Christmas that I received 6 months later.
That's so silly, Sherry.
Yeah. She's just a goofer.
Such a silly goofy thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're cool. They're cool.
They are great. They're great.
They're very
great stuff.
heavy.
They are. It's a heavy make.
And instead
like
of a
that.
single pocket, it's two.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Do you find
Kind of
that
fun little.
helpful or?
It's weird sometimes, but I like it.
There you go.
Fair enough. There you go. There you go.
There you go. All right. Enough with the pleasantries. Jordan, we got some stuff to talk about today.
Yeah, we sure do.
What do we want to start with?
Well, we can. What do you want to start with? Anna, have you been watching the show Ahsoka Tano, the show about Ahsoka Tano from Star Wars?
Not yet.
Are you a
yet.
Star Wars fan? Do you watch Star Wars? Okay.
It's true. I don't think she's seen Clone Wars, so
have not.
I don't. Yeah, she doesn't know who Ahsoka is.
That's one of
But
Joshua's favorite shows. So
It is. That's a top 3 show right there.
It's on our list. So
It is.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes.
We'll get around to it.
It's a long show. What's your favorite Star Wars movie?
Mm,
Right
Okay,
answers only.
It's okay. This is a safe space.
I mean, you already made fun of me. The Force Awakens.
I don't hate that choice. That's a good choice.
Honestly, exactly.
There are there are worse ones.
choices, of course. Yes.
So,
Revenge
speaking
of the Sith.
of really good Star Wars movies, and the bit that we did for it. Remember that bit we used to do where every episode we would talk about The Last Jedi?
Yeah. What happened to that bit?
At some point, I don't remember. We stopped doing it, but I'm not even thinking of the right thing. I'm thinking of Andor came out a year ago yesterday.
Yes.
Speaking of really good Star Wars, happy birthday to Andor. That's the best show
What a
out
show.
there. But also speaking of Star Wars shows, this show Ahsoka is out and it's happening. 2 episodes left.
Yes.
There have been 2 episodes since the last we spoke.
2 big episodes. Very important episodes.
Yeah. Many people are talking about, especially the one before, or the one, 2 weeks ago.
5
was the hey, remember the Clone Wars episode?
Mm-hmm.
And Anakin Skywalker is there, and he takes Ahsoka through like a field of dreams and past lives to teach her a lesson of some sort.
Yes.
What did you think of all that shindig? Because
So,
you like that show a lot.
The last time we spoke about Ahsoka, we talked about they like set up the little the world between worlds or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's called, right?
I think so.
The land before time, and when I first looked at it, I thought, oh great, we're gonna do some dumb time travel stuff. It's gonna stink. And then Anakin showed up, and I was like, wait a minute, now we're doing something cool now. And so I adored this whole moment. We got to go back to the Clone Wars. We got to have like the really important conversation of Jedi are peacekeepers, not soldiers, and like get to hear Ahsoka talk about like, this isn't what I trained for. This isn't why I'm here.
Yes.
Which I really loved. And Anakin is like, so.
It's war, dude.
Yeah, it's war.
What you
I trained you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed that, and kind of the aspect of him being like, it's always a test with the Force. They always like to throw in a little like, hey, what if you were evil? Little,
Right.
And she, of course, is like, no, I'm a gray Jedi, but I'm just a Jedi, but I'm not affiliated with the Jedi.
Right.
But I don't know. The whole gray Jedi thing is just doesn't make any sense to me anymore.
Yeah.
But I thought it was really great, and
it was cool. Captain Rex was there. He said something.
Yeah, he did. It was fun to see all the.
I liked that it was like gave the perspective of like when you see it in live action with young Ahsoka, and it's just literally a child, and it gives you that. Right. You don't really get that vibe in the show, that you don't really have a sense of scale or perspective of how old this alien girl is. But like when it's live action and it's a human girl playing an alien girl, you can tell that like she was actually like 14 years old or whatever.
Right.
In this huge war, like a child soldier. Yes, it is.
And Barbie.
And she played young Gamora as well.
That's true.
Infinity War. That's some knowledge we have. Good
Shout
stuff.
We know people.
And then the episode after that this week, what happened in that? They go to the
they made it.
They go to the
Dathomiri.
other galaxy, Dathomiri, whatever. When the witches 3 are there, and they're like, we're evil. And Jesus Christ is there.
Yep.
Ezra Bridgers is there, and he's literally just dressed like Jesus Christ. Yeah, it was very funny, and I haven't seen Rebels, so that character means nothing to me. So I was like, okay, cool. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I watched the first season and like half of season 2 maybe, and I don't like Ezra Bridger. So.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, I like Hera and I like Sabine, so they're in the show and they're good in the show.
Yep.
Which is great. So I don't have to. I'm not too concerned with. Honestly, I don't really care about Thrawn or Ezra.
Yeah, me neither. Because he has this big entrance, and I have no. I don't know who this person is, so he has this huge entrance. I'm just like, okay, cool. Cool. Lars Mikkelsen is here. Blue.
Yeah, I can only hear him as the guy from Sherlock.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen him in anything else, but I just see him as that character. Like, I'm gonna go to my mind palace now.
Yeah. But I did like the episode. Show. I thought it was cool that they are like actually doing something new and different in Star Wars. Like they literally go to a completely new galaxy, which we've never seen before. Far away. And it, they go to a planet that looks like planets we've seen before, but I like the little turtle guys. Those are cute.
That's the best part of Star Wars right there, huh?
Yeah, the little
Not the
turtle
lightsabers or the Force or the battle between good and evil. Little turtle guys that hide in rocks.
Balin has a really good little monologue where he's talking about, like, I think his apprentice asks him if he misses the Jedi Order, and he's like, I miss the idea of it, but the values and everything, but there really just wasn't anything there, and like it turned on me in the end, and there was just nothing for me there. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah, Balin.
It's cool to hear a character talk about things sometimes,
Yeah, just like when what's his name, Hu Yang, is like, should I regale you with the beginning of the universe and like reveal all the greatest secrets of ever? And Ahsoka's just like, right now.
No. She literally says no.
Yeah. And then later in the scene,
crazy.
She's like, okay, fine. Tell me these great secrets. And he's like, okay, cool. And he starts, and then they cut away.
Yeah.
It's like,
And that's happened like a couple episodes before. My favorite episode where they're on where they have the Sith holocron or whatever that gives them the map to the other galaxy.
Yeah.
And Sabine's fighting Shin. Is that her name?
Yeah, Shin Hati.
And anyway, Ahsoka rolls up to where Balin is, and Balin is like, I knew Anakin Skywalker. Everyone in the Order knew him. He was a great man and all this stuff. And Ahsoka's just like, stop. I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
I was like,
She's
wait.
like, please no.
Could you? But what if you talked about it and had an interesting conversation, though?
But the fight was cool.
Like, the fight was cool, yeah.
Yeah.
But it is a good show. I'm having a great time. 2 episodes left. What are they going to do? I don't know.
Honestly, I feel like there might be enough episode left to actually have an ending here.
Yeah.
And
I know that
would be exciting.
I know that they're building, like, it won't have a concrete ending because they're building to like the Mandoverse movie that Dave Filoni's doing that culminates all of it, which I don't care about, but hopefully they'll wrap this show up in a good way.
We'll figure something
out. Other shows on streaming services.
Yes.
There's a show called One Piece on
One
Netflix.
Piece. I never ever thought I'd see the day that me and Jordan would sit here and talk about One Piece.
I know. Here we are. We didn't watch the anime. We watched the live action adaptation of said anime.
Mm-hmm. You watched
Anna,
all 8 episodes?
I have not finished it yet. I didn't get around to the last 2 episodes yet. I ran out of time. Anna, do you have any perspective on One Piece? Are you a major One Piece fan? Have you watched all 100,000 episodes of the anime?
Absolutely not.
Fair enough.
Haven't touched it. Yeah, in 2 weeks they'll hit 1,300 episodes.
Oh my goodness.
Not including like 10 movies. So
I thought it was over. I thought they were done.
No.
Is it still going?
Yeah, it's still going.
Wow.
Well,
good grief.
Once they finish the current arc that they're on, I believe there will be one more arc and then the finale.
The One Piece.
Yeah, maybe just maybe we'll find the One Piece.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, I like it a lot. I thought it was good. The live action one, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see if I can explain what the show is. So it's about this kid. His name is Luffy. He wears Monkey D. Luffy. He wears this straw hat, and he really wants to be a cool pirate and find this really cool treasure called the One Piece. So there was this king of the pirates that found this big treasure, and they were executing him, and he was like, but don't forget, my treasure is out there somewhere, and all of you can find it if you want. Here's a clue. It's out there to go find it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they kill him, I guess. So then for many, many years, all of the pirates have been looking for the One Piece. And actually, most of them have given up hope and not even it doesn't even exist because we can't find it.
Right.
But Luffy's like, yeah, it's out there. I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna become the king of the pirates.
Mm-hmm.
He says that. He says that a lot.
He says it many, many, many times.
He says, "I am Monkey D. Luffy." It's great. He's one of those like characters that like should probably be annoying, but he's just so endearing, and you just love him.
Yeah,
because he's so pure. It's
right.
like, wow, this kid is.
He'd make a good Jedi.
And he's Mr. Fantastic Boy. He's a little stretchy guy, which
he's made of rubber. As
somebody who literally had no idea what the show was, and I was just watching it, and he started stretching, and I was like, whoa, this is this. What is this?
What the?
Yeah, that really caught me off guard. I had a moment of like, whoa.
Because they don't explain that before he uses his power.
Yeah, it was a great reveal. I was like, oh my gosh, he's stretchy. That's cool.
Yamagam. Pistol.
Yeah, I love it. I loved the other supporting characters. I won't be able to remember any of their names.
Okay. We got Nami with the red hair.
Yep.
We got Zoro, Roanoa Zoro with the green hair and the 3 swords.
The 3 swords is cool.
Yes, 3 sword style. He uses one in his mouth. And we got Usopp with the slingshot.
Oh yes.
And
Chef Boy. Chef
Sanji. Yes, Chef Boyardee.
Yeah.
So that's the main 5. I believe that they're all still in the show to this day.
That's good to know.
Running
around
to the Grand Line. Which Luffy also says many, many times.
He does, yeah. I really enjoyed how like every episode is like its own little thing with like a villain that they have to defeat by the end of the episode. It's kind of episodic in that way, which I enjoyed. I mean, a couple of them go, like the one where they're at this lady's house who's being watched over by this evil butler. That takes a couple episodes, but yeah, I enjoyed it. And what I like about Netflix is like you can put it on, and for one thing, the episodes are like close to an hour in length, which I like, and I don't like these 30-minute, 20-minute.
Did you notice
episodes.
that the last episode of the season is the shortest?
Yeah, as it often is. We'll see how that goes. How do they do it? And what I like about Netflix is like when you finish an episode, it's like immediately the next episode starts.
Yeah.
Like with Ahsoka, you have to kind of like skip through the credits, hit the button to go to the next episode, and then there's like 30 seconds of opening titles and credits and things. But like One Piece is just, it ends and the next one starts immediately. So like it's really easy. They got the binging thing down.
Yeah.
I just had I had it on while I was folding laundry, and it just went so quickly. So
yeah, it's funny that you say that, because as a non-anime watcher, or a non-One Piece watcher, I do know that currently, because they're so close to the source material now, like they've caught up to it, half of the episode will be a recap of the previous episode. So they instead of making the episodes 10 minutes long, they're adapting like half a chapter at a time, and then the next episode will be half the previous episode and half a new episode.
Interesting.
So it's probably virtually unbingeable in its current form. You have to go to a website that cuts out all of the filler and all of the recaps. And this website is called One Pace.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I know all about it. So
this episode is sponsored? No.
No. But yeah, I really thought it was a good adaptation. I mean, I haven't watched the actual show itself, but like it feels like an anime without like going overboard with reactions and overreacting and making stupid faces and stuff. It's just a show with the vibe of an anime, and like just like a little bit of like Western cinematography and acting.
Yeah,
and so
because there is just enough of like a character will like scream and shake their fists into the sky, and stuff like that, and make really exaggerated yelling, and like all the like character designs are wacky and stuff. But yeah, it didn't feel like distracting or like too on the nose, you know?
Right. Exactly.
Like that guy, the clown guy with the big nose. I didn't like that episode. I don't like clowns.
Not a fan of clowns.
No, not a fan.
I'm pretty sure he's around. So
yeah.
I don't think he's
a lot of the episodes end with Luffy punching the villain through a building, and then they all just kind of move on. And then at the end of the episode, it shows that villain just alive and well, seeking their revenge against Luffy. Like, maybe you should stop just like punching them into oblivion for them just to come back and want to kill you someday.
Dang.
We got a show to make. We got a show to make. So
they got to keep going.
They got
to get to the Grand Line. They're on their way.
Hopefully they keep making the show and they don't cancel it at Netflix.
Yes.
Which they often do.
We will see. I think it's been pretty successful, so
yeah.
Assuming
because they did that they did Cowboy Bebop and everybody hated it, right?
Yeah, that was really bad.
The adaptation.
Really bad.
I didn't watch it.
I watched the first episode and I thought,
because I heard it was really bad.
Yeah. The actual Cowboy Bebop is pretty fun, but I didn't finish
Isn't that like the best? Isn't that like the best one? People think it's the best one.
It's just one of the ones that aired when older people were younger, so they get real hype about it. Like Dragon Ball and Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff.
Oh yeah,
the ones that aired in America back in the day.
Sure, back in the day.
So, okay, let's talk about something that all three of us can talk about now.
Yes.
We've wasted too much of your time sitting there. So let's talk about well, first things first. Whether it's been going on in the background or not, there's a bit of a animosity between my two co-hosts today. A bit of a unbridled rage building between the two. And they've never had a formal conversation with each other, so
she took her glasses off.
I'll just lean back and you guys address your complaints with each other. And we'll see what happens.
Oh, I think this started when I watched the movie Flushed Away, and I gave it maybe 1 star, if not less than that.
Might have been half a star.
And I got attacked for that opinion. So you like Flushed Away is what I gather.
It's so fun. It's dumb. I'll give you that, but it's fun.
Yeah. It's just the animation is really bad, and I hated it.
Brutal.
It's not even stop motion. It's fake stop motion.
I will concede to that point. I didn't realize that until I watched it recently, that it was fake claymation.
You watched it without me?
Brutal.
Maybe.
Gotcha.
I mean, well, we'll watch it again.
Let me just walk away now.
I'll put it on the list. It's fine. I'm happy to watch it again. You watched The Good Place without me.
I watched 9 episodes. Okay.
It's quite a few. I think you rated Space Jam a 5-star movie, and I did not appreciate that. But
yeah. That's pretty wild.
It's very nostalgic.
I understand. Yeah.
It's like the one movie my dad and I have in common.
Also, you gave Across the Spider-Verse 3 stars, and I
that's
was
true.
Like, whoa, that is madness.
If I watch it again, I'm sure it'll be higher because my rage has subsided.
Yes.
So
you were upset that it was a cliffhanger?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair. It was upsetting.
Well, now that the next movie has been delayed, maybe
Forever.
your rage will never subside.
No, it's like there's nothing I can do about it now. So
I watched it again the other day, and it
gave it 5 stars.
It's amazing. It is a really, really good movie.
As someone who is striking myself, I'm like, okay.
Oh, fair enough.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Sure, we support the strikers.
You gave it 4.5 stars there, Joshua, didn't you?
I did. I like it. And then the second time I gave it 4.
Oh, that's right. Well,
And then
That's fine.
I remember how mad I got when I saw that you gave Lilo and Stitch 4.5 stars instead of
Yeah.
5.
Yeah. I even made a community post
Yeah,
on
I was
YouTube.
I was so
yeah.
confused because I had given Lilo and Stitch 4.5 stars, an almost perfect rating, and you were really upset. And I assumed because you hated Lilo and Stitch because I had liked it so much.
No,
You were
it
just
wasn't
mad that
good
I
enough.
I didn't give it a perfect score, which it probably deserves a perfect score, I guess. But I don't remember why I gave it 4.5 stars.
You think? Sorry.
I've
Go ahead.
slept with a stuffed Stitch since I was 2, so I hold it very near and dear to my heart.
I have one too. We bond over that.
My first
literally
email was Stitch Undercover. So,
Really?
Yeah, that's right.
What was the thought process around that?
I don't know. I like Stitch and I like going undercover, I guess. I don't know.
Like, I am Stitch and I am undercover as this man.
Stitch Undercover.
When I was a Girl Scout and I became a camp counselor, my name was Stitch. And I left for 1 summer. And I come back, someone took the name. I was so mad. I was like, you know what?
They took it.
How could they do that?
I'm leaving the
grief.
Girl Scouts forever.
Wow.
And I did.
Oh, wow.
Not because of that. No.
So you were in Girl Scouts and you were in Boy Scouts. That's cute. You
Sure.
guys did that. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do any of
We
that.
planned that,
so,
actually.
Yeah. You guys have actually known each other for years, your entire lives.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So true.
So you like those movies.
Back on.
Are any of those your favorite movies? Lilo and Stitch.
Lilo and
Space
Stitch
Jam.
is they're both honorable mentions.
I see.
Worth a 5-star. Just not in the top 10. I've been thinking about expanding my favorite movie list from a top 10 to a top 20, just so I can give more movies 5 stars. Because I just want to spread the love, man. You know?
Support the art. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give them those 5 stars.
That's right.
Mm.
Well, if Lilo and Stitch isn't on your favorite movies list, what would be the top?
Oh.
Your favorite movie of all time.
What's your favorite movie of all time?
I was like, what is it? El Gato.
Mm-hmm. The Cat in the Hat. Michael Myers. What year did that come out? 2005?
Oh, I don't know. 2003 maybe?
Oy, oy, oy.
Dakota Fanning was a baby.
She was just a
So-
little child.
I will say I have not seen The Cat in the Hat, El Gato, but I have seen Jim Carrey's The Grinch.
Okay.
How similar are the two? Two Dr. Seuss movies.
I mean, 2 men dressed in fursuits,
Yes.
acting extremely chaotically. It's a great time. I love The Grinch. Is it an honorable mention? No. But The Cat in the Hat, I think it's just like, in my review, I was like, it has emotional moments, it has comedy, it has action, it has it all.
Mm-hmm.
And does it have all of those things? Because I haven't seen it. I'm like, it has action in it. That's surprising. It has heartwarming moments. That's surprising. That's cool though.
Yeah. It's a good time.
So Joshua, you've seen it.
I've seen it many times, yeah. Before I watched it with a critic's eye, I will say I had a nostalgic connection to that movie as well. I was surprised how many lines I remembered while watching the movie. It's definitely it is giving Dr. Seuss vibes for sure. There is a lot of I mean, I'm not going to say that they're the same because Jim Carrey and Mike Myers are very different people, very different actors, comedic actors.
Yes.
But they're kind of doing the same, like, this is an otherworldly children's character from a book.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's not a lot of characterization here. I'm gonna give it my all and do my own thing here and really make this character my own.
Yeah.
So that is fun to watch.
So Anna, can you give me the plot synopsis? Can you give me the rundown? what happens in the movie The Cat in the Hat?
I so Conrad and Sally, two siblings, they're at home, their mom's at work. Conrad is I don't want to say a bit of a troublemaker because he's one of the biggest troublemakers. And Sally she's more of a control freak. She's very articulate about everything that she does. She's like, I don't want to be bossed around, but she's like super bossy. So they're two opposites, you know, they're siblings. It happens. Their mom is set to have a party, and of course she wants the house spotless, but Conrad is doing what he does best and messes the house up. And so
that rascal.
She gets called back to work, and they're left with their babysitter, Mrs. Kwan.
Mrs. Kwong.
And she falls asleep, as she does.
For the rest of the movie.
And she turns into a cat.
Yep.
Well, no, she arises for a single phone call and then goes back to sleep.
That's true.
But while Sally and Conrad are at home, Conrad is now grounded. Train of thought.
The cat just kind of shows up.
Yeah, cat.
This cat shows up, and he's wearing a hat, I presume.
Yep, you got it.
Yeah.
But it's also like a man-sized talking cat.
Right.
With a manly face.
Not like a tiny CGI cat like in the movie Cats, starring Taylor Swift and
among many
Rebel
others.
Wilson and James Corden.
No, so
not like that.
No,
not like that at all. Please.
Okay, cool.
He starts, going around the house, checking things out, and eventually he like tests them out or whatever. Sees that Sally is a control freak. Conrad's a rule breaker. And he has a plan, or he has multiple plans set in place to, kind of, I guess, correct the balance.
Even them out.
Yeah. And so they meet thing 1 and thing 2.
Yes.
They make cupcakes, wreck the house in the process, and while all this is happening, Joan, their mom, her boyfriend is lying to her, and he doesn't have a job, so he's at home, and
what a
eventually
loser.
he like sneaks into the house to eat their food while the cat is there, and so the cat like jumps up to the ceiling,
kills him,
and
murks him,
kills
roll
him.
credits.
The Cat in the Hat.
It's after The Cat in the Hat became public domain, they remade this movie. It's a horror film.
Well, this is the reason that Dr. Seuss's family didn't want any more live action adaptations to be made. So
I see.
Yeah. We're not far off.
Interesting.
Yeah, so the dog, what dog?
Their dog runs away.
Yeah, their dog runs away, but I'm skipping over so much.
It's okay.
I'm
getting the picture.
Things happen and their dog escapes. And Quinn, the boyfriend,
Lawrence.
Yeah.
Alec Baldwin.
Oh, it's Alec Baldwin. Wow.
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
That's
wearing
crazy.
Wearing a fat suit. just his stomach.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. And you see it, and it's nasty.
Yeah, he pulls
I can
belly
picture
button
that.
lint out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in order to get the kids in trouble, he picks up the dog, drives to Joan's office, and the kids and the cat set out on an adventure to go get Nevin's back.
Nevin's is the dog.
I see.
Yes.
Yeah, they show up to a party on accident. Well, not on accident, but it's Sally's friends, and they didn't invite her to the party because she's a control freak, because she's so rude to them. And so she gets her feelings hurt, but the cat poses as a piñata in order to not get caught by everyone. And he almost beats up a child.
Oh, good.
Because this kid shows up with a baseball bat because they can't break into the piñata, and he's like, "Oh, let me get this one."
Nice. As you would.
Hijinks ensue, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It sounds like a great time.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a Universal Studios shout out.
Yeah, they leave, and when they come back, the house is like turned into fantasy world because they left this box open that like is the portal between worlds. And,
made in the Philippines, but not this Philippines.
Yeah, not the real Philippines. And they go down this ride in the house, and then it takes a picture, and he's like, I'm blinking in this photo. And then he says something like, "This wouldn't happen at Universal Studios."
Cha-ching.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a good
That's
time.
incredible.
Yeah, no, there's just so much happening in this movie.
You really got to see it to believe it. Let me tell you right now.
Certainly.
Yeah.
It sounds that way for sure. Is it on a streaming service I can watch right now? Who knows?
It's on Max.
Probably.
Sometimes
is
it's
it?
on Netflix.
Yeah, Max.
The one
to watch for HBO.
For HBO.
That's the one.
It's a really good bit we do.
Not even a bit. That's what it says.
It's just what it's called. Max, the one to watch for HBO.
Yes. Okay. You guys want to talk about The Martian real quick?
I've seen The
Another
Martian,
favorite movie of yours.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, it's moved down the list, but
well, let's move down the list because Oppenheimer's so fire.
It is really good. It's a pretty good movie.
We've seen it a couple.
You guys
times.
are you're going to see. You said you're going to see Barbie again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Today?
My third time. Anna's fourth
good grief.
time.
Oh my goodness.
And we're gonna see it in IMAX.
Oh wow. Image
Okay.
Max.
Really get the picture.
Image Maximum.
let me explain. So the first time we did Barbenheimer. Second time we did
Right.
Barbenheimer Part 2. Third time, my roommate at the time wanted to go see it, and I was like, I am in no position to say no. I'm paying for the Regal Pass. Might as well. And then I saw that they were releasing it in IMAX for a week with some extra scenes. So I was like, I gotta see that. So
Yeah.
That does sound good. I need to watch. I've only seen it the one time, so I need to watch it again to make sure my thoughts and feelings are.
I did like it more the second time.
Yeah, I probably will too.
Plus, we got to see the whole movie that time.
yeah.
Right.
So that was nice.
Right. Because of the parking situation. You
Yes.
know where to park
The
there.
debacle.
The very top
The
corner.
debacle.
But yeah, The Martian moved down because Oppenheimer did move up. It didn't replace it, but yeah, The Martian is I don't know. I think it's also nostalgic for me in the sense that we did a project on it in high school. So I had to read the book and then watch the movie. And the book is so good. And the movie is so good. So
I need to read the book. I have not read it.
Yes, the book is better. It gives a lot more details. He goes through a lot more. You get to you're in his head with him, so you get to feel a lot more of like the loneliness and the despair that he has to go through. And like
Being stranded.
it feels like he's there longer. I don't know if you guys feel it, but when I watch the movie, it doesn't feel like he's really there for that long.
Yeah.
He's there for like a year. Plus, because it's like 400 souls, and souls are longer than 24 hours. So I know that it's probably a year and a half at least.
Yeah.
So, but it doesn't feel like he's there for that long.
Yeah, it kind of feels like he's there for like 2 hours, like the runtime of the movie.
Right, and
he kind of feels like that long.
Extended vacation.
Yeah, right.
And
yeah, go ahead.
The thing is that like in the movie, you know, Vincent, Mindy, Annie, the director, Mitch, you know, they definitely feel like side characters, but in the book, you get to dive into their heads a little bit more, which is nice because they have like their moments where they're talking. In the movie, it's just like, oh, they're talking, you know?
Yeah.
But in the book, Venkat definitely has a lot more, I almost said screen time, a lot more, you just get to know him a little bit more in depth, which is good. And with Mark, like Josh was saying, you get to know him a little bit more, because you're actually in his head, not just watching his recordings and listening to his little bit of monologue. There's just a lot more, and I guess I didn't fully realize that until this last time that we watched it. When I kept falling asleep and waking back up, and I was like, wait, what's going on?
It's the best way to experience a movie fully, is to sleep through 80% of
it. Doze off every
your subconscious minutes. Really learns the movie.
Yeah.
It's part of you now.
Because he kept saying, oh, can you imagine? And I started thinking, no, not really.
You can't imagine being stranded on Mars for 400 souls.
I mean, I used to think that I could, and we were on our car ride back from I don't even know where, and we were talking about it, and I was like, I don't feel this movie as much anymore. And with Oppenheimer, I think it was the first time that I truly realized that, hey, I can actually feel what these characters are feeling, not just me feel what I'm feeling. Like, oh, that made me sad. That made me happy. Oh, look, I'm laughing now. With Oppenheimer, especially during Trinity, you know, when they realize that all this hard work that they've been doing is actually working and is actually going to do something, and they're cheering, and, you know, some of them are crying. I was internally cheering. I was internally crying, and I didn't want this thing to happen.
Right.
So it's like Oppenheimer really makes me feel things. The Martian is just good. Really good.
Yes.
Just good.
Not just good. It's
a good
great.
Way to say
it's a really amazing movie, but it's not as amazing as I used to think.
There you go. Beautiful.
That's great. I love Oppenheimer as well, you know.
Nice.
And you are you guys are responsible for the creation of the nuclear bomb, so like that it makes sense why you would feel the emotions of that scene. Cuz you were also there. Yeah.
Right. We're empaths, you know.
Yeah.
Mantis.
You like that movie a lot, right? The third one, Volume 3?
I really do.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3? I'm honestly surprised it's not on your top 10. Is it really not as good as Midsummer?
Well, remember, I'm a horror person. You're not.
It's true. I like it.
But could it be considered horror? Maybe. Honestly, yes.
I watched this movie Malignant the other day.
I saw
a horror movie. It was really good. I quite enjoyed it. You should watch it if you haven't seen it.
What is it on?
It's on Max, the one to watch for HBO, I believe.
Nice. Max, the one to watch for HBO.
Yeah, it's really good. It's I don't want to spoil anything. For you.
Don't.
Just go into it blind, and you'll have a great time.
Do you want to watch Coherence after this?
Oh my gosh, Coherence!
We have to go watch Barbie.
Dude, we do have to
after
watch
Barbie.
Dang it!
After Barbie, you can watch Coherence.
Yeah,
that's a good one,
isn't it?
You would Anna, you would be able to watch us watch Coherence because we were recording a commentary, and then I think we just decided not to, or are we?
No,
was that the one we recorded and lost?
I think. Well, the Shining video was the one that I deleted my footage, like an idiot. I was clearing my old footage. I was like, I don't need any of this stuff.
I don't need any of
and
this.
And then I went like a couple days later to edit more of The Shining, and I was just like, some of these files are missing now. And of course, as soon as I delete anything, I immediately go to my recycle bin. I'm like, don't need any of this. Permanently delete. Get rid of that.
Yeah, exactly.
And so,
have you learned?
Oh yeah. I make different mistakes now, like not hitting record or clicking numbers so that when you watch the footage, it's switching scenes in OBS because my macros are set to random numbers. An idiot.
Shout out to the Star Wars episode.
Yes.
That's a good episode, though.
It was a great episode. What else do I do?
For most of it,
yeah, I just disappear. I just like fade out.
Yeah.
Sending audio that's mashed up with all the different audio sources in one file so that it's unusable. All sorts of fun stuff that I do.
Sometimes I just forget to put the episodes together and upload them. So there's also that.
I still haven't uploaded a video for episode 58, ranking Indiana Jones. It's just not on YouTube. It's just missing entirely, and the footage is gone. So that'll never happen. Well, I mean, I could just upload the audio and like a picture of our faces, but it's a little.
People don't like those. They don't watch those.
No. Well, you guys want to talk about Nice Guys briefly before we wrap it up?
Yeah. The Nice Guys is great.
Jordan, give us a plot synopsis of The Nice Guys.
Oh gosh, it's been a while. Let me see.
Your greatest detail of memory possible.
Okay, here we go. The Nice Guys is about two nice guys. Their names are Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe. Mm-hmm. Ryan Gosling has a daughter. This is the 70s. They're wearing 70s outfits, driving 70s cars in the 70s.
Nice.
Russell Crowe is this like kind of he's not mercenary is the wrong word. He's just a guy that like he people can hire him to go beat somebody up,
Yeah.
If because there's this girl that hires him to go beat up a guy because this guy was like mean to her or something like that. Anyway, he's just kind of this like muscle for hire. He'll go beat people up.
He's a concerned citizen.
He is. He's a very hardened gentleman who's angry. But he's also very funny. And then Ryan Gosling is like a private detective for hire who just people can hire him to do cases for them, basically. And so this is the 70s, and this porn star is murdered, and this lady's grandma is like looking for somebody to investigate this murder or something, and then but the girl's actually alive, ? And so this hijinks are afoot where this girl's like alive and running from bad people, and Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe join forces for some reason that I don't really remember. But they start hanging out, and they uncover a grand conspiracy within the industry, I think. and I think they win in the end, probably, but I don't really remember.
Dude. Good movie.
How was that? Yeah.
Yep, just like that.
Well, you called her a porn star.
Isn't that true?
Porno young lady.
Oh, my bad. That's my bad. We can.
She's not a star.
I'll fix that in post.
Yeah.
Always fix it in post.
We don't.
I'll just put in.
Post.
I'll just put in you saying that where I said.
Speaking of not fixing anything in post, when I was asleep during the Barbenheimer episode, you said you were going to cut that out, and you never did.
Well, yeah. A lot of times when I say I'm going to cut things out, and then I just forget, and then I don't listen to the whole thing through while I'm editing, and I just never do. So I just forgot about it.
I do. When I do the videos, I do once through. I look at the audio file to see if there's any gaps.
Yeah, I do that.
But that doesn't happen when the thing we want to cut out is sound, not silence. So, and it was quiet. Exactly. We're talking over it the whole time. But there is a part where we literally said, we're like, yeah, we'll cut that out. Oh, she's over there.
So she won't be embarrassed.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is that's one of our least performing episodes, the Barbenheimer episode. So
yeah, what a
for some reason.
Yeah,
who knows?
What an awful reality we live in.
It was a great episode.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest cinematic event of all time that literally everyone and their mom participated in, but nobody watched our podcast episode about it.
But the Christopher Nolan video did great. So
it did. It sure did. That was a good time.
And immediately, what are you gonna say?
Right.
I was just gonna say, the week we did the Barbenheimer TikTok you did, and you text me, you're like, hey, this video's doing really well. And I watched it and I was like, oh wow, great video, and I like it. And then a couple hours later, I went to check it out. It had like 3 more views after I watched it. It somehow immediately died.
Yeah,
after I watched it.
It did really well for the first hour, and then it fell off hard. Very hard.
I don't get it.
But we had a bunch of people over at our house the other day, and I was sitting next to 2 people having a conversation about Christopher Nolan movies, just completely unrelated to don't listen to our podcast and whatever.
Yeah.
And they were talking about the Dark Knight trilogy, and this guy I was sitting next to, he was talking about the Dark Knight trilogy, and he was like, I think they're great Christopher Nolan movies, but I just don't think they're good Batman movies. And I just kind of leaned over. I was like,
hey,
you'll never guess. I literally said the same thing in my podcast called Quarter Twins.
That's awesome.
What you're saying right now is so correct.
Yeah.
I was really hyping him up. It's like, and if you want more discourse, you can check out this podcast episode.
Yeah. Boom.
It was great. It was great. I don't think they listened to it though. So
were they never did. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. People don't like it when you plug a podcast. They're like, oh yeah.
I don't get it.
You
think I have an hour of my day I can just listen to somebody talk?
I'm too busy listening to Joe Rogan. Something like that,
Back to the nice guys though. Did you know Robert Downey Jr. makes a little cameo?
Oh yeah. What is he?
Guy.
The dead guy.
Yes, the dead man. Because Shane Black was a director, and he directed Iron Man 3. That's a movie that we really like.
Mm-hmm.
We were eating flautas, and you were like, "Hey, look, it is."
Yeah. He was just there as a dead guy.
That's a good actor. He should probably get an Oscar for his performance in Oppenheimer. You would think. Robert Downey Jr. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think they'll give it to Jack Quaid, though. So.
Oh. I was thinking Josh Peck.
Josh Peck?
Yeah.
Did you see his fingers above the button? I mean, wow.
He did really good finger acting.
Yeah.
With the button thing.
I saw it, and I was like, wow. Those are real fingers, and that's a real moment.
See, I'm a terrible actress, but I feel like I could do good hand acting.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe hand modeling.
No. Hand acting.
All right.
Those are two very distinct and different things, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I could get acting gigs, but I could never get some of those Travel Oregon modeling gigs.
Travel Oregon.
That's right.
My mom did though, and then she ghosted them.
Wow.
What
you guys should come to Kansas City.
I agree.
Hand videos for Kansas City.
The city of Kansas City?
The city of Kansas City, where we have, we're the city of fountains, apparently.
Yeah.
We have the most fountains.
World capital for hand modeling and video.
That's true. That is true. And podcasts.
Podcasting.
We have the best podcasts.
When are we renting out a studio to do a live show? With an audience.
we should get a theater and have
it's completely empty.
1,000-person audience. We can get the T-Mobile Center,
there you go.
or Chiefs Kingdom. What's that called? Arrowhead Stadium.
Arrowhead. Hey, can we rent out Arrowhead? We're gonna do a podcast on the 50-yard line.
People do live podcasts, but yeah, nobody would come to ours probably.
That'd be pretty fun.
I've listened to some live podcasts. They're pretty fun.
I'll get some of my old students to show up.
There you go.
Be like, you owe me this.
That'd be fun. You owe me.
You guys know anything about movies? No.
Is this your first podcast appearance, Anna, of all time?
Wow.
Oh, there you go. This is Joshua. There's a podcast Joshua was on. I don't remember the name of it. Something about Star Wars.
Yep, the New Hope podcast.
Oh yes, that's right. I listened to it when you were doing that.
Wow,
a few episodes.
Shout out.
I stopped listening because, if I remember right, you didn't talk as much as the other guys,
no,
so I wasn't I was not interested in what they had to say.
Yeah, I was very silent on that. I was nervous.
But here you are. It's the content creator for the ages.
That's right. Haven't uploaded a video on YouTube in a long time.
We should play Overwatch again. That was some fun.
Should
times.
We? The last time you said that, I downloaded that game again. We played for 20 minutes, and we were both so angry.
Yeah, it was bad.
You
should play Multiverses.
Animal Crossing Island.
We got to get on Animal Crossing. You have a Switch still?
I don't. I want one because of all the new Mario games that are coming out.
You can borrow my second Switch.
She has two.
You have two? Oh wow! There you go.
We'll just send one to Kansas City in a box.
I mean, that'd be great.
You can have it.
That would be great. I have your PS4. I need to.
I was like, hold up.
But
I need to pick up the PS4 again. I haven't played it in a while.
Mm.
Oh, once Spider-Man 2 comes out, I'll just have to play the first Spider-Man while everybody else is playing the sequel.
It's not going to come out on
PS5.
Yeah.
No.
I played Miles Morales.
It's a good game.
I thought that was pretty good.
Kilometer.
Yes, Kilometer and Miles.
Kilometer and Morales.
Oh. Miles is a unit of distance, and so is kilometer.
I make the joke every time. Don't mind me.
I love it. Now that I get it, I think it's a great joke, and you should do it more often. Yeah, the best jokes are ones that you have to explain for sure.
Mm-hmm. Just like magic tricks.
Yes.
No, the first time I told it
That's the prestige.
The first time I told it to Josh and our friend Matt, I couldn't even say it. I was laughing so much.
She just laughed the whole time, and then she finally said it, and we were like, what?
Nice. It's a good one.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
We know jokes.
Uh-huh.
This has been a great episode of Quarter Twins Weekly Review. The podcast where quarter twins talk about quarter twinning. Twinning! You two, right now. That was really cute. Put that at the thumbnail.
Yeah.
What you guys just did, that was nice.
Little pose.
Thank you, Anna, for being on our show.
Yes.
This has been great. Next time we fight about something, we'll put it on the internet.
There you go. Have a
rip it to shreds.
Okay. Well, all right. So we've had a conversation now. You guys have had a full-on convo. Is it fair to say we've squashed the beef?
I thought we did, and then you brought it back up again.
Are we chill? Everybody's fine and happy.
I think
and
we're
good?
chill. I think we're just comfortable disagreeing on things and having hot takes about things.
That's very mature.
Because I'll never defend Flushed Away or Space Jam, but you know.
Okay.
You know. What'd you think of the Space Jam: A New Legacy starring LeBron James?
I refuse to watch it.
Bruiser hybrid LeBron James.
He's a bruiser hybrid, dude.
Dude,
one of the best players in the game.
I watched that video that I made, the multiverses video. Oh, yeah, so funny, man.
It's really good.
We were killing it.
We were
so
good. We could play that again. It'd probably be fun to return to that.
I wouldn't hate that. Yeah, I got pretty good at Harley Quinn, so
that's true.
I'll just go play Spyro in the corner.
Spyro. I'm over here playing Rocket League every day. Not really, but
what?
We play Rocket. I play Rocket League with the boys. So if you guys play Rocket League, just get on here. When I say the boys, I mean one guy, my one friend who plays Rocket League with me.
There you go.
I mean, I only play Mario Kart, Undertale, and Animal Crossing. One day we were on FaceTime and I was like, let me play Undertale. Not even 3 minutes later, slammed my computer shut.
So true.
Just completely forgot about your existence. And into what is Undertale? I don't even know what that game is.
Oof. It's a video game.
I don't have an opinion on it. I don't know what it is.
I couldn't even begin to describe it. It's like a RPG.
It's
I guess
this human named Frisk falls into the underworld, which is where all the monsters live.
Oh.
And you know, they have to find their way out, their way back home. You can either play pacifist, neutral, or genocide.
I
support genocide.
Those are the three options.
No, and then there's like once you finish the game, you get like the true pacifist or the true genocide or just like the neutral ending. And when you restart the game, you can't ever get the true ending for whatever route you choose next. I think not even with the true reset. And so I started genocide on my computer. On one switch, I have neutral, and then on the other switch, I think I was gonna start pacifist, but I just never got around to it.
Yeah,
but
you never get around to pacifism. You know what I mean?
Never.
Genocide's more fun.
Yeah.
No.
Can I put that?
Is depressing.
Let's put that up on TikTok.
The first monster you kill, she's just like
genocide.
I thought you were like better than this or whatever, and so she's just like. She usually calls you my child, and this time she calls you, I think, by just your name, and you're like, oh no. I think I sat there crying for like half an hour.
Crazy.
Yeah. The soundtrack, though, slaps.
Wow.
That's true. Have you ever heard of the song, what is it called?
No.
Megalovania?
No. Yes, that's what it's called.
Very popular song.
It's so dumb.
I have not heard that. I'll listen to it, though.
It's when I was teaching drumline, that's like when Undertale was big. I think it had honestly just come out. And you know, middle schoolers, they're all about video games and whatnot, and that's like the only thing they would ever play. And I had to ban it. I was like, I can't.
I'm banning this game. Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, you guys gotta get to Barbie, don't you?
I gotta get food.
We gotta get some food.
A theater experience to go to.
I can't wait to watch this movie in square mode.
Yep.
That's what IMAX looks like. It looks like Instagram.
Yeah. It's a big square.
But I'm excited to see the 6 additional minutes.
I love it.
So.
Hope you guys have a great time.
Yeah, we're gonna sing along during Just Kent.
Ooh.
Please do.
Even if the theater's full.
Anywhere else I'd be a 10. One of my destiny is my destiny to
live and die a life.
Fragility. Blonde Fragility.
Nice.
That's a good one. Copyright though. We can't sing the rest.
Yeah.
Okay, that's been the show. Bye.